There is a version of yourself that you have never met, not because you have not looked, but because the science of the human mind reveals that most of what drives your behavior, your emotions, your choices, and your relationships operates completely below the level of your conscious awareness. Today, we are going to look at 10 verified psychology facts that will fundamentally change the way you understand yourself. These are not opinions. These are findings from real research conducted at some of the world's leading universities: Harvard, Yale, Princeton, and MIT. By the end of this video, you are going to see yourself differently, and that shift in perspective might be the most valuable gain today. So take a breath, settle in, and let us begin. Fact number 1. Your brain makes up stories to explain your behavior. Neuroscientist Michael Gazzaniga spent decades studying a phenomenon he called the left brain interpreter. What he discovered is deeply unsettling. The part of your brain responsible for language does not actually control most of your decisions. It observes and then constructs a believable story. This means most of the reasons you give for your behavior are stories created after the fact to make actions feel intentional. You thought you chose that career because of passion. Your brain may have chosen it for social status or fear of failure. Fact number 2. The people you love most shape your brain more than any experience. Earliest relationships wire your neural architecture. The patterns of emotional connection you experienced as a young child create neural templates for every close relationship you will ever have. This is called attachment style, and it explains your romantic relationships, friendships, and your capacity for vulnerability. Your brain was literally shaped by love, or by its absence.
Fact number 3. You remember the emotional tone of events far more accurately than the actual details. Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus at UC Irvine has spent her career proving that human memory is not a recording. It is a reconstruction. Every time you recall a memory, your brain rebuilds it from scratch using stored fragments combined with your current emotional state, beliefs, and expectations. This means your memories are permanently editable. The argument you had with someone 5 years ago, you probably remember the feeling of it. But the specific words, the sequence of events, and the exact cause? Your brain has been quietly revising those details. You are not remembering the past. You are reconstructing it. Fact number 4. Your brain is hardwired to prioritize avoiding loss over gaining reward. Behavioral economists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky conducted landmark research showing that the psychological pain of losing something is approximately twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining the equivalent thing.
Losing $20 hurts about twice as much as finding $20 feels good. This evolutionary bias, called loss aversion, was designed to keep our ancestors safe in dangerous environments where a single mistake could be fatal. But in modern life, it causes us to hold on to bad investments, stay in unfulfilling relationships, and avoid necessary risks. All because the brain weights potential loss far more heavily than potential gain. This one bias shapes an enormous amount of your life. Fact number 5. You are deeply affected by the people around you in ways you do not notice. Social psychologist Nicholas Christakis at Yale University published research showing that behaviors, emotions, and even health outcomes spread through social networks like contagion. Obesity, depression, happiness, smoking habits, and generosity all spread through social groups, not just through direct interaction, but up to 3 degrees of separation. The friends of your friends influence you in measurable ways. This means your social environment is not a passive backdrop to your life. It is actively shaping your biology, your habits, your emotional baseline, and your possibilities. You are not an isolated individual. You are the product of your network. Fact number 6. The stories you tell yourself about yourself become your biological reality. Psychologist Carol Dweck at Stanford University demonstrated through decades of research that the beliefs people hold about their own basic qualities, intelligence, personality, and abilities, fundamentally shape what they are capable of. People with a fixed mindset believe their qualities are carved in stone. People with a growth mindset believe their qualities can be developed. What Dweck found is that these beliefs do not just affect performance. They alter how the brain responds to challenge, failure, and learning. Growth mindset.
Individuals show greater neural activity in learning relevant brain regions when they encounter mistakes. Your story about yourself is not just a thought. It is a biological prescription for what your brain will and will not do. Fact number 7. Your personality is not as stable as you think it is. Most people believe their personality is a fixed, consistent trait, that they are fundamentally the same person across all situations. But psychological research consistently shows that human personality is far more context-dependent than we realize. People who rate themselves as highly introverted in one situation may behave as extroverts in another. Traits like conscientiousness, agreeableness, and even honesty fluctuate dramatically depending on the environment, the relationship, the stakes, and even the time of day. You do not have one personality. You have a repertoire of behavioral responses that shift according to context. Understanding this frees you from the identity traps that hold you in patterns that no longer serve you. Fact number 8. Thinking about your future self like a stranger explains many of your worst decisions. Research by neuroscientist Hal Hershfield at UCLA used brain imaging to reveal something stunning. When most people think about their future self, the person they will be in 10 or 20 years, their brain activates the same neural regions it uses when thinking about a stranger, not themselves. We are neurologically disconnected from our future selves. This is why people save too little for retirement, eat poorly, neglect their health, and make short-term decisions at the expense of long-term well-being. Your brain does not fully recognize your future self as you. Understanding this changes how you make decisions today.
Fact number 9. Your environment shapes your behavior more powerfully than your willpower ever can. Social psychologist Roy Baumeister has demonstrated that willpower is a genuinely limited resource that depletes with use. But researchers like Thaler and Sunstein have shown that when you change your environment to make desired behavior the easiest default option, you largely eliminate the need for willpower entirely. The most successful behavior changers are not those with the strongest willpower. They are those who have designed their environment most intelligently. Your home, your workspace, the apps on your phone, the food in your kitchen. All of these are silently programming your behavior every single day. Fact number 10. Self-compassion is more effective than self-criticism at driving improvement. Most people believe that being hard on themselves when they fail is what drives them to do better. Research by Kristen Neff at the University of Texas consistently shows the opposite is true. People who practice self-compassion, treating themselves with kindness like a good friend, demonstrate greater resilience and more motivation to improve. Self-criticism activates your brain's threat response, which narrows thinking. Self-compassion activates your brain's soothing system, which opens up space for growth. These 10 facts point toward the same truth. You are more complex and capable of change than you have probably allowed yourself to believe. The person you are today is not the person you are sentenced to be. If you found this video valuable, please like it, leave a comment, and share this with someone who might see themselves differently. Subscribe for more psychology facts that change the way you understand your world. Thank you for watching.